Today on Pardon Our Take, we take an in-depth look at the SUU Pro Day, as well as the first week of Major League Baseball. Don't go anywhere.
Warren.
And I'm Aaron Peterson.
Soccer season is underway, so let's start off with the Utah Royals FC. They played their first ever home game,
And this is the Utah women's team, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
They played their first ever game on March 24th away against Orlando City, and here you can see the goal scorer, Gunny Yunsauter, slots it past Ashley Harris, the Orlando goalkeeper.
That was a great pass in, to be honest.
Yeah, great service by
Yeah.
Diana Matheson. Look at that.
Yeah, just
right on the money.
Right on the money. I mean, she hit it in the perfect spot, so I mean, it went straight in the goal. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
So that was their first goal of the season?
First goal of the season, first goal in club history.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So she'll remember that one forever.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
Being a fan, it's it's so much fun. And that game ended in a 1-1 draw, penalty given to Orlando after a controversial penalty kick was given.
Of course.
I won't talk about it because it wasn't very
I know
controversial
it's
at
probably
all.
a touching subject.
Yes, you know me well.
Yes.
And then the following week on March 30th, the Royals traveled to Houston to face the Houston Dash, where that ended in a 0-0 draw. So 2 points in 2 road games. Not bad for the ladies.
I mean, still taking 2 ties overall, which, I mean, is okay, especially for a starting franchise team. But, you know, not the best. Not the best to start.
I know. We want those wins, but hey, they'll come. Season just started.
Yeah,
It's
those
better than losses.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, those W's we'll get there. So
Now, a team that should be getting those W's though is Real Salt Lake.
big RSL, man.
Yep, their season's underway. 4 games, 1 win, 1 draw, 2 losses. Not really what you would expect from the team after they had such an incredible run at the end of the last season, bringing home the most points of anyone in the league. But a positive note, 2 appearances for rookie Corey Baird, and he already has his first goal as a professional.
Good.
And the Stanford grad, I'm sure he's very happy about that.
So in RSL, there's a 3-goal overall so far for the 4 games that they have.
Yeah,
they have 3 goals.
They're 4 games. They have 3 goals,
And he has 2 of them.
and he has 1 of them. He
Oh,
just has 2
one of them.
appearances.
Oh, okay, 2 appearances. Okay.
Yeah. So he has 1 of the 3, and yeah. But now let's talk about the Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the new signing for Los Angeles Galaxy.
For the LA Galaxy team. Okay. Yeah.
40-yard screamer.
I mean, just looking at the lead up to the shot is absolutely amazing. I mean, the goalie kicking it, that headbutt going back. I mean, that was a nice assist right there. And then, as you said, a 40-yard screamer. That is insane.
Doesn't get much better than that.
No.
There you see the head coach absolutely happy. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the Swedish international. This is his first game for the Galaxy. His debut. He was
wow.
substituted on in the 71st minute and was able to produce that goal. That goal tied the score up 3-3. And later on in stoppage time, he scored the game winner 4-3. And El Tráfico, the derby between Los Angeles Galaxy and Los Angeles Football Club.
Really? So he scored 2 goals in the last, 20 minutes of the game?
Yep.
That is absolutely insane. I mean, I can't even believe that, especially, on your debut, that happens. I can't believe it, to be honest. But When we come back, we'll talk about SUU's Pro Day, showing you mine and Aaron's couch chats about the first week of Major League Baseball. Stay tuned.
At what age is the color that your skin was meant to be no longer beautiful? Every year, millions of young women try to change the skin they were born with and say they'd die for darker skin. Sadly, some actually do. Melanoma is the second most common cancer in teens and young adults 15 to 29. And one person dies from melanoma every hour. It's time. Change your thinking, not your skin. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. Already posted it.
SUU Pro Day happened just last Tuesday at St. George. Our reporter Colton Warren had the story.
The SUU Dixie Pro Day took place on March 29th, 2018 in St. George, Utah at Desert Hills High School. The football players all joined along doing rigorous exercise activities to show off to the NFL scouts what they could do. Mike Needham had this to say about the process so far and a couple words of advice.
Just to be here, to have as many scouts as we do, it's pretty cool just for Southern Utah to acquire this many scouts and just trying to do the best we can. Yeah, I mean, I've seen all the hard work they've put in, and it's fun just to see their results and the smiles on their faces. I'd say just give it all you got. If you have a good year, have a better year in the next year and just keep improving.
The workouts included bench press, standing high jump, standing long jump, 40-yard dash, and etc. Many people showed up for the event, including family, past coaches, and past players, one of them being James Kauser, who now plays for the Oakland Raiders. This is what he had to say about watching his teammates go through this experience, his pro day experience, and the NFL, and a few words of wisdom to the upcoming SUU athletes.
It's super fun, you know what I mean? It was something I got to do. I had a lot of good memories doing pro day, and so it's fun seeing my close friends who worked with me when I was doing it get their opportunity now too. Shoot, I mean, don't think SUU is going to hold you back. I mean, you can get there from here. Just work hard. You just got to put your whole heart into it, and no matter what you do, even if it's not football, you know what I mean, just give it your all, and great things can happen. You know, it's interesting, like being in the NFL, people are like, how does it feel? Does it feel great? I still feel like I'm fighting for my life out there, you know what I mean? I still feel like there's so much more out there for me, and so I guess there's like, it's cool, it's fun, and I'm very appreciative and grateful for where I'm at, but I still feel like I'm fighting for so much more, so it's hard to super enjoy it when you feel like there's so much more out there for you.
Scouts coming from the Jacksonville Jaguars, Oakland Raiders, New York Giants, and San Francisco 49ers were all present and watching each player closely to see what they could bring to each individual team. Each player was weighed and measured head to toe and arm span, tested to the limits and trying to earn a spot on an NFL pro team. I'm Colton Warren reporting for SUTV Sports.
You know, to be honest, that was actually really fun. Absolutely really loved doing that, especially meeting James Kauser, getting an interview with Coach Warren as well. I didn't put it in there, but it was a really fun day at a pro day.
Yeah, SUU's made their footprint in the NFL, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. James Kauser is definitely a big piece of that. So right now, Major League Baseball has just started last week and is now in full swing. Opening day was 1 week ago from today on the 29th, and there had been some amazing things that have happened so far.
So this is Boston with a home run off the bat of Xander Bogaerts, the shortstop. A lot of people project him to be one of the best shortstops in
He really knocked
the
that
league.
out. He really did. This one just amazes me. how it came so close right here.
Yep.
Stole the home run right away.
Yeah, that was Josh Reddick. And then Patrick Corbin was dealing against the Dodgers, just racking up those strikeouts. And this is one of the best offenses in the league that he's facing, and they couldn't touch his off-speed pitches.
Yeah, I don't know how many strikeouts he had here, but it had, I swear it had to be over at least 10. I mean, it was just amazing from watching these.
Yeah, and then there's the defending champion Astros. Carlos Correa hits one off the wall, and it's going to end up being an inside the park home run. The ball just gets away from all the outfielders and stuff, and this is one of the more rare things in baseball, is to have an in the park home run. And there was another one. So
back to
two
the Red Sox.
two inside the park home runs in the first week of baseball. When you can go many games without seeing that.
That is even rare. Yeah, especially in the first week of Major League Baseball.
No, I didn't watch too much baseball, but I did see this play, and man, I think that's like a really special play to see.
Yeah.
And then Jackie Bradley Jr. laying out in center field, showing off his glove. He might be an early candidate for a Gold Glove award. We'll see how that goes. And this game was really wild. Ended up going 15 innings. Diamondbacks were down their last out before that home run from Owings, and then a walk-off from catcher Jeff Mathis. He's not usually much of a hitter, but he comes up there with the game-winning hit. And then Josh Reddick gets a home run against the Orioles, his first one of the game. And then later, we see him come up. Well, there's a replay of his first swing, and another replay of his first swing. And then later in the game, we see another home run off his bat.
Yeah.
And before this game, he had been in a slump. He hadn't gotten things going yet.
Are you serious?
And I think these were his first 2 hits of the season, if I remember right. And then there's pretty much everyone on Miami is a new player, and this Brinson guy is, introducing himself nicely with this catch. I was watching the Marlins game, and literally every time someone came up to bat, I was like, who the heck is this guy? Because they got rid of everybody. But
I mean, as that caster just barely said, that is highway robbery right there, especially for that nice home run that you definitely thought he was going to have. And as you can see from every replay there, those are pretty much all of the top teams right now. Let's see, is the Diamondbacks, Boston Red Sox, let's see, Houston was on there as well. All of the teams that are actually doing really good, that have put up the numbers, maybe like 4 wins and 1 loss, and all of them, from what I see so far, are actually doing really good. Any input, Aaron?
No, I think we covered it. I think
Okay.
that's pretty much it. There were definitely some weird highlights throughout opening week. Colton and I did a breakdown of some highlights, including animal and food breakdowns. Watch this.
We are coming at you right now. We're actually in the Cedar Breaks room. We're just chilling, and we're going to have a Major League Baseball talk right here about the first week of Major League Baseball and all of the big things that happened during the first week of baseball. So what should we start off with?
Probably Shohei Ohtani's first ever start on the mound for the Angels this last Sunday. He ended up going 6 innings, and he gave up 3 runs, but it was all on 1 home run with a couple guys on base. Other than that, those are the only runs he gave up. He got the win for the Angels, and he had an impressive debut. He picked up 6 strikeouts in his 6 innings of work, and he threw, I think it was like 40 pitches that were in the high 90s. I think he hit 98, 99 at times. So he was looking pretty good.
Yeah. Does Ohtani, does he change it up like a change up or like a fast?
I think his biggest calling card other than his fastball would be his splitter. And that thing, it looks like it's going to be a fastball. It starts going right down the middle. And then the next thing you know, just drops right off the table.
Right on down.
And they swing over the ball. It's pretty incredible.
Well, Angels, again, with an amazing debut, you said. I even saw Ohtani hit for his first time as well. And he got I think it was a single for his first hit, first pitch. In America, and it looked really good.
Yeah,
to be honest,
it was a good swing.
So yeah, coming out strong with the Angels. Next we got.
Ichiro Suzuki back with the Mariners.
Is this another Japanese player?
Yeah, he's a future Hall of Famer.
Wow.
He's been around the league for a very long time. He's in his 40s now, and he became famous with the Mariners. But he's played on a couple different teams since then, and now this is kind of like his retirement year.
Mm-hmm.
He's back in his hometown. Well, not his hometown, but the
where
team
he got
grew
where
up.
he started. Yeah.
And last weekend against Cleveland, he robbed a home run, jumped up, reached up above the fence, snagged it in, and it was like a flashback for Mariners fans to see him, because he used to do that all the time. And so he's really happy to finish out his career in Seattle, where it all started.
And so he's in the outfield, of course. Is he right field, left field, center?
He usually plays right field.
Right field. Okay.
Yeah.
And what was his name again?
Ichiro Suzuki. Most people just call him Ichiro.
Ichiro? I
Yeah.
would call him Suzuki.
Yeah. On his jersey it says Ichiro.
Ichiro. Okay.
Yeah.
Ichiro. I need to remember that. Okay, so I saw something as well about this. There were a few animals that were on the fields as well throughout the first week. There was a big one, a squirrel, that probably they had to stop the game for that. That probably took 5 to 10 minutes just to get the squirrel off the field. And then another one, there was a bird very calmly laying down right in the grass, right next to pretty much the pitcher's mound. And when the pitcher, there was a hit, pretty much like a bunt. When the pitcher went to grab the ball, he almost grabbed the bird inside of his mitt and threw the bird and the ball, pretty much. But the bird, right when it got stirred up, it pretty much just took off, and that was the last of the bird. But I find that hilarious. Opinions?
Well, that's one of the reasons I like baseball is it does get boring sometimes, and I'll admit that. But it seems like just every game you watch, you see something new and crazy and things like that. And that just reminds me of the time, one of my favorite highlights of all time is when Randy Johnson was pitching, probably in the 90s, and he threw a fastball, and a bird flew in front of the plate, and the ball hit the bird, and the bird exploded.
Bird blew up.
That's one of my favorite videos to watch.
Yeah, no, I can't remember the first time I saw that video, but I literally thought it must have been fake, to be honest. Somebody photoshopped that or, premiered that but heck, it was real. So, any other big news that...
I can't remember if it was, I think it was opening day. It was obviously one of the first few games of the year. The White Sox third baseman, Davidson, he hit 3 home runs in the same game.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure it was opening day, so
dang,
you can't really start your season off better than that. It's hard to hit 1 home run, let alone
in one game, let alone the first game of the season.
Yeah.
And as everybody can see, I'm not the baseball expert. I'm asking Aaron all the questions. So Aaron's the guy that anyone wants to go to if it's Major League Baseball. I even remember Aaron telling me a story about his dad letting you stay home, sometimes from school on the first day.
My mom, when she found out, she was not too pleased. But my dad and I think that opening day should be a national holiday. It has historical value.
Yeah.
It's America's pastime.
Exactly.
It might not be. Football is kind of taken over, I think, but it's just a good day, I think. And what students are gonna complain about having an extra day off?
Yeah, I know, just to watch some baseball, or even not to watch baseball.
Yeah. It's just an extra
skip
day
class.
off.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like the Benchwarmers, the movie. If you have never tried apple pie, I think it was, or never tried baseball, you're not an American. Yeah. Come on. Everybody at least has to have, an American or an apple pie once in their life and be able to watch baseball once in their life.
And you don't even have to like baseball to
Yeah.
go to a game.
Yeah.
Just go there, enjoy the atmosphere, grab a hot dog.
Grab an $8 hot dog. Oh, I remember we were watching actually that Angels and Oakland game starting up, and they were filming one of the guys getting one of the hot dogs. That hot dog was probably $5 to $8, and he put onions on a hot dog. I'm not a big fan of onions in the first place, but I mean I'm sticking with relish, mustard and ketchup.
Yeah,
I think those are my three.
Jalapenos sometimes. Depends on the mood.
Oh my gosh, how did I forget jalapenos?
I mean, we could do a whole segment on how to fancy up a hot dog, really.
Yeah, exactly.
And that goes hand in hand with baseball. Like, who goes to the ballpark without at least getting one hot dog?
Without getting a hot dog.
I mean, you got to.
I can't even see it.
Yeah, that's why you gotta plan it out. You gotta go for the days where they have promotions.
Oh yes.
Where they have, like last year, I went to San Diego, and they had $1 tacos.
Ooh.
It was Taco Tuesday, and they weren't just like an ordinary taco.
Your normal Taco Bell tacos.
There was steak tacos, fish tacos, chicken tacos.
Dang.
I mean, you got to pick the right games to go to.
Yeah.
You got to go to the towns where the team sucks, and the tickets will be cheap, and the concessions will be on sale.
I do remember actually going to, I think it was in a Dodgers game, the Dodgers versus White Sox. I can't remember who it was, but they had a helmet, like one of their batting helmets, filled with nachos, with so many different things, like jalapenos, baked like beans, cheese, and that was only like $7 to $10 for the helmet, and then of course all the food inside. So I mean, great deal.
We had one of those. My family. We went to the Angels game last year.
Uh-huh.
My dad, my brother, and my cousin, and I went, and it was at Angel Stadium. Got a huge helmet like you're talking about. It was pork nachos with all the toppings on it, and it was $15, but
Yeah.
it fed all of us because it was so huge.
It was one helmet.
Yeah, one
Wow.
giant helmet filled with nachos, fed the whole family for $15. So there are ways to get around the expensive concessions.
That is the first week of Major League Baseball. All of the highlights, all of the funny things, which I like. See, I was the one that brought up the animals on the playing field, and Aaron was the one talking about baseball. So together we are a perfect duo. And that'll do us here for the first week of Major League Baseball.
See, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know why I'm an anchor, because I really don't like seeing myself on camera.
Yeah, same. I felt like I was a bobblehead watching myself nod 80,000 times in the span of 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, I get you. And I mean, of course, going back, looking at those sports, Fernando actually just pulled up an eagle on the playing field. Of course, it was scripted. It wasn't, out of the spur moment. But I thought it was still hilarious.
Flew up and dug his talons into the shoulder of the, I guess, an outfieldman.
Was he bleeding?
I don't think so. I didn't see anything.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't see anything either, but like maybe it's like a tamed talon clipped his.
hopefully, yeah.
But I mean, still, it looked like it was pretty funny. And then the squirrel on the field and the bird on the field. I just find it hilarious how those are unscripted, and they like all the cameramen are just on this one squirrel or on this one bird, just chilling in the middle of the diamond, at the time. And I just think it's hilarious. So
Yeah, wacky stuff in baseball.
wacky stuff in baseball. I mean, you get something different every time, as Aaron just said. So coming up next on Pardon Our Take, me and Aaron have another couch session about walk-up music. Don't go anywhere.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Me and Aaron had another couch discussion, this time talking about our individual walk-up songs. Check this out.
Welcome back to the segment where me and Aaron just sitting on a couch and talking, especially, let's see, our focus is baseball and softball. Since the softball season has started up at SUU, we've started to talk about our intro songs and kind of what we would have as our intro song, walk-up song to either the plate or the mound. And this has sparked some very interesting conversations. Mine is One of a Kind, because I am one of a kind, by Nefix.
No one like me. Put my money where my mouth is. I'ma get it now, kid. Heard around town, this sound is astounding. Feel my heart pounding, bass is surrounding.
Especially One of a Kind, a walk-up song, I think would have to be my favorite 5 to 10 seconds of any song, especially a walk-up song. Pumping me up, you know, being bad A, I absolutely love it in the first place as well. You know, something like that. So, shoot it over to you.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I used Mad City by Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
And but now I lean more towards rock. Don't listen to rap as much. So I think I would choose something like Self-Esteem by The Offspring, because the beginning of that song is just
the beginning.
Really gets the blood pumping, and it makes you want to hit a home run or something. Troy Tulowitzki, he's a shortstop for the Blue Jays now. When he was on the Rockies, he would have a handful of songs that he would cycle through, and it would be, like you said, like Baby by Justin Bieber, or like
my favorite,
you know, It's the Climb by Miley Cyrus, stuff like that, because it helped him. Like he said, it was because it helped him. Like when he laughs, it helps him relax, and so it helped him focus in.
No, that's true.
And he said that, like, and the fans like it, so that's why he kind of picked it. So it's just an individual thing. Like, I liked to get pumped up heading up to bat, but for some people, it's too intense to choose a song like that. So they try to lighten the mood a little bit.
I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Warrior. If you I totally recommend it. All you sports fans out there definitely recommend it as well. But his walk-up song is actually Beethoven, Into the Octagon. So it's an octagon instead of like a baseball, softball. But I mean, it's just like, that's something to calm your nerves most definitely in the first place. Not to really pump you up, but, you know, keep your nerves on the down low. So that is pretty much all we got for you today. For both of our walk-on songs, I mean, both of them are pretty darn good. I absolutely love both of them. Aaron's never heard of my song, though. Or, I don't know. Have you heard of Nefix before? I told you about
the beginning sounded familiar.
I told you about him. But, I mean, Bad A, I'm telling you, go check them out. Awesome songs, awesome albums. And thank you very much for joining us for me and Aaron's couch session.
So again, that was another fun session to film. Me and Aaron got our songs of choice, but we never asked Fernando over here. What would be your walk-up song?
It would be Boyfriend by Justin Bieber.
I'm on board.
Okay.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining us on Pardon Our Take. I'm Aaron Peterson.
I'm Fernando Lopez.
And I'm Colton Warren. Join us next Tuesday at 4 o'clock for SUTV News. Thanks for joining.